Robert F. Kennedy Jr. I'll tell you what, the Kennedy is making all kinds of waves in political circles across the country. He's even garnering support from many conservatives. Why? Well, I would say him being anti-vax on the COVID vaccine that really was rushed out there and has been doing so many people so much harm. His support against censorship. That has garnered support from conservatives. And where you look at how he stands on wanting to end what he calls endless wars, that, of course, we can all get behind. The problem is when you really dig into what Robert F. Kennedy Jr. wants, I fear that if the man ever became president, he would be very dangerous when it comes to things like energy and guns and even the military. I believe there's some evidence he wants to gut the military, and I'm going to go through that. But my biggest concern are people that I have the utmost respect for actually offering up Robert F. Kennedy as a potential running mate for Donald Trump. Now, I get that politically he may be able to draw in some moderates, maybe even some Democrats to the Trump-Kennedy ticket. But God forbid anything ever happened to President Trump. Well, then Robert F. Kennedy Jr. would take the helm in the White House, and that could be devastating, and I'm going to go through some of the reasons why. This is my buddy Steve Bannon. Again, a man who I agree with just about everything he says, except for this, and we'll go respectfully through why I disagree with him. This is Steve Bannon on with my other buddy, Charlie Kirk.
If we put together a unity ticket of Trump and Kennedy, it would be insurmountable. We would bring over many of the populists on the left, many of the people that don't agree, Charlie, with Charlie Kirk and Steve Bannon and Donald J. Trump, but that's what a unity ticket is. And I think we could get 2/3 to 70% of the American people.
Well, Steve Bannon is correct that if you had the ticket, I think it's probably a no-brainer winner. I do believe that President Trump can be a no-brainer winner right now anyway, as long as election integrity is in place. Now, maybe what the Kennedy ticket, along with President Trump, would bring is you could overwhelm the system and outvote the potential for fraud. But here's the thing. Again, if President Trump was to step down during office, or God forbid something happened physically to him during office, now you got Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as President of the United States. The man would destroy energy independence. He would destroy the Second Amendment. Let me just show you a tweet from him. This is him talking about the NRA in 2018. I don't want a guy like this anywhere near the White House. His tweet from 2018 reads, quote, throw it up there on the screen if we can. Let's be honest. The NRA is responsible for the MSD child murders as if they pulled the trigger. NRA has turned Second Amendment into a suicide pact for our children. When do we deal with the NRA? MSD, of course, is Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. Now, no one's really asked him about his stance on the Second Amendment and guns. And we know those on the left want to take away the Second Amendment and guns from us. All people ask him about is the vaccine and censorship, things we can get on board with. It's the other things we need to start talking to RFK Jr. about.